Hey guys, Red Ruka here. I did a boss rush that recommends 600 more CP than I have. I don't know if that's impressive compared to other classes or what, but it was surprising to me, so I decided to upload it. I died once when I first tried this, but this time I got it down, although I very nearly died this time as well. It was really challenging, and I was glad to see that Black Desert Mobile actually has some challenging PvE content to offer. My giant was at 2,444 CP at the time of this recording, and the recommended CP for this Muskin boss rush is 3020. It took me about 15 minutes to complete, and I sunk a considerable amount of time climbing up this high, as I would sometimes die on earlier stages as well. This was not easy, guys. My build allows me to keep normal sized enemies CC locked at all times by sequencing CC chains so that CC types don't overlap. I'll explain that more in an upcoming video if enough people are interested. When you're doing boss rushes that outpower you by this much, you need to keep enemies in CC or dodge their attacks when you are unable to CC them, which is mostly relevant with mini bosses and the boss himself. It's probably a lot easier if you're a ranged class, but as for melee, keep up your dodges constantly and select a build that allows you to get off as much CC as possible. When doing boss rushes, I recommend doing them one at a time without multiplier, so you can easily push up your boss levels and get more boss knowledge without worrying about running out of tickets. If I remember correctly, during the first half of this boss fight, I was still learning how to properly dodge Muskin's whirlwind attack. The best way to avoid it is to roll behind him. Once he casts the attack, he can't turn much, and he definitely can't turn around at all. Be sure to use your Black Spirit buff and abilities on cooldown during the boss fight, but time them so they don't overlap with the boss's Black Spirit buff cast, because he will immune nearly all damage at that time. When you first engage the boss, be careful because there's going to be a lot of additional mobs. You can easily die at the beginning of the fight here if you are melee and you're not careful. Be ready to use attacks that have iframe or super armor. If you get knocked down here, you are definitely dead. Kill the ads ASAP, and I wouldn't recommend using Black Spirit skills here. They put you in long animations and can be dangerous to use here, but if you time it right and you are a class with a lot of AoE, you can make use of it here cautiously. I would prefer to use mine on the boss after I finish off the ads. Then I don't have to worry about taking damage from a lot of different sources while I'm trying to cast it into a crowd of mobs. And I don't want any distractions to make me miss the boss, as I prefer to put all of my Black Spirit skill damage directly onto the boss. I get 7 meters from death at some points during the boss fight, and I have a few near deaths, but it's a great fight and I wonder if I can go higher, so I'll leave you to check it out the rest of the way, and I'll be coming out with a build and gear guide for Giant to show you what I used to down this boss, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoy my content, then don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, guys. Enjoy. So here's where the boss fight starts. You need to be really careful here because there's going to be a ton of ads and they can knock you down and get you killed really quickly right here. So use your super armors and your immunity frames and stay safe here. About right here is where you would want to use a big Black Spirit skill, because that was when the boss just performed a big attack and you know he's going to have to recover from that attack for a few seconds. So that would be a good time to wipe out all of the ads with the big Black Spirit AoE skill if you have it available. If not, just take out those ads and save your Black Spirit scale for when it comes off of cooldown, for when all of the ads are dead, and you can just directly use it right on the boss. Right here I begin taking a lot of damage because all of my dodges were used up. That's one of the attacks you really want to save your dodges for. There's a lot of attacks that you don't really need to dodge, and there's some attacks that you definitely have to dodge, and that was one of the attacks that I really should have dodged. But when he's using his normal attacks that aren't really a long sequence of attacks, or if he's not using a big attack like the one he just used right there, then sometimes you can just eat those attacks and save your dodges for more damaging, more dangerous attacks. This is the attack that I was talking about that you need to dodge behind it. Just roll behind him when he performs that whirlwind attack and you'll be good. He won't be able to turn around and get you. Here's the Black Spirit Enraged that the boss gets at 10 bars of health left. He'll be immune to all damage for about 5 to 10 seconds, so keep that in mind. If I got hit by this attack here, I was dead. Right about here, I really wish I saved that dodge because I'm about to take a ton of damage and get about a millimeter away from dying. That was super scary, and I would have to start the boss fight all over again, of course, and the boss fight at this point is about halfway done, more than halfway done, so that was going to really suck. And that's what happened to me the time right before this attempt, so if that happened, that would be 2 fails in a row, and then I might be demoralized to try it again, and maybe this video would have never even happened in the first place. So I'm glad I was able to get through it, and you really got to keep up those dodges during the proper attacks. Don't dodge the wrong attacks, then you have to dodge the right attacks in order to have your dodges available for when you really need them. So I'm just glad I was able to get this boss fight done. I was really struggling here because as if the boss fight wasn't already hard enough, now I have to try to recover from about a millimeter of health left and still keep up my dodges, so I was really struggling at this point. At this point, I consider myself recovered and I'm no longer shitting my pants. Five bars to go. So here we are, down to the boss. I got a grade D. Of course, the grade isn't going to be good because it took me a long time to clear the stage, about 14 minutes, and I nearly died a few times. But I got it done. It was about 600 CP above me, and then I believe after this I show my gear. There you go. Got 2,444 CP. I'm going with HP, attack speed, and DP crystals. I think I have 1 attack crystal. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.